There's a specific kind of panic that has nothing to do with the size of the bill. Your car makes a noise, a weird one, the kind that didn't exist yesterday. And before the mechanic even picks up the phone, your brain has already started the math. Can I cover this? What do I move? What do I delay? What do I tell them if I can't? That calculation, that's not a money problem. That's a brain problem. And there's one number that makes it stop completely. My name is Nick, and I spend a genuinely unreasonable amount of time thinking about why two people with identical paychecks can live in completely different realities. Subscribe and hit that like button, because today we're talking about the financial move almost nobody makes correctly: the emergency fund, not the version your parents mentioned, the real one. The one the research says actually changes how your brain functions. Here's the number everyone quotes: 3 to 6 months of expenses. You've heard it 1,000 times, and almost nobody has it. The Federal Reserve found that nearly 40% of Americans couldn't cover a $400 surprise expense without borrowing or selling something. $400. That's not a transmission. That's a bad Thursday. But here's what nobody tells you about why that number exists. It's not about the money. It's about your brain. Researchers at Princeton ran a study where they asked regular shoppers to imagine an unexpected car repair. For half the group, the bill was $150. For the other half, it was $1,500. Then everyone took a standard cognitive test. The wealthier participants showed no difference between the two groups, but the lower income participants who imagined the bigger bill scored dramatically worse, about a full standard deviation lower. Same people, same brains. The only thing that changed was 30 seconds of financial stress. The researchers described the effect as comparable to losing a full night of sleep. That's what's actually happening when you don't have an emergency fund. It's not that you're bad with money. It's that some part of your brain is permanently running a background calculation. Can I cover this? What if something breaks? What if I lose this job? That calculation runs constantly, quietly, and it is using brain power you need for everything else: your work, your relationships, your decisions, all of it slightly taxed, all the time. So here's the actual number: not 3 to 6 months, 1 month first, just one. A single month of your core expenses sitting in a separate account that you do not touch. That's the first line. The research shows that crossing even that threshold measurably reduces financial anxiety. You're not rich, you're not secure, but your brain stops running that background calculation at full power, and that changes everything about how you think, decide, and move through your day. The goal isn't the number, the goal is the quiet. 1 month, start there. Everything else gets easier once your brain finally exhales.